Thank you, Deb Cowan, for trading numbers with me. Angela and I are on a flight to head out to San Antonio here in just a little bit. Thank you to Jim Ryan and Shannon Whitehorn for putting this on. We really appreciate it that you all have taken the time to welcome us, and we are glad that we have so many people here. My name is alicebuffalohead. I'm running for re-election for Osage Nation Congress. I have a master's in HR from the University of Oklahoma. My undergraduate degree is from the University of Maryland. I spent 7 years in Washington, D.C. as a government contractor, and I'm a certified focus group moderator. The recent trial. It was a difficult decision, and I can tell you that I went home almost every night saddened by this process. It was necessary, it was unfortunate, but when we take that oath, and say we are going to uphold the Constitution. We are going to be accountable to all Osage people, not in family, not an individual. And while it was a difficult process, I agree that the Constitution, the law, the government, the people spoke. We reformed the government. We put laws in place. We have to follow those laws. I was not a big fan of the process from day one. The day after the removal trial, I called Chief Big Horse, went in, met with Assistant Chief Terry Mason Moore, Chief Big Horse, and their council, along with my legislative council, and started working on a different process that involves the judicial branch, the Attorney General, and Congress. So I hope to have that in the next couple of weeks to be able to read it out on the floor so that the process is a little better than what it was. We can always do better, and I believe that. So that's one of the things that I've been working on. The Osage LLC. Well, we have to have other forms of money. We have to exercise that branch of arm that's going to bring in economic development. We have to. We have struggled as a tribe for years. We've lost the Palace Grocery. We lost the Tribal Museum at one point. We are not good business people. And while I did vote in the very beginning for appropriation, hoping that they could turn this around, it didn't go that way. But what we have right now is a new board in place. And one of those board members came from the Cherokee Nation. The Cherokee Nation does very well. We are even the worst critics on Congress, the LLC, which is Cookie and Jeffrey, are excited to see what this board can do. They're excited. Now, I don't believe that anyone on Congress right now wants to appropriate any more money. That's the way it's looking. So my hope is that we can turn our money around with no appropriation. But my bigger hope is that we can branch out in economic development and start making more money other than just gaming. The $103.4 million in construction. Raymond spoke to this, and I agree with quite a bit of what he had to say. The casino spent $50 million, and they went over 30. They had that money. It wasn't against the law for them to go over. They had that money in their savings account, so to speak. But what we need to realize is that those casinos are doing very well. We have a piece of legislation that Jeff Standinger's written that I'm a co-sponsor on, asking for more money from the casino. Right now, they give us $40 million a year. They're getting more than $40 million a year. If we get some more of that money, that's where we can start branching out into Shan's last question of how are we going to include more Osages. We have the burial assistance. We have education scholarships. We have the TANF, that there's a tribal part of it that reaches out to all Osages. We also have the health benefit card. These are great steps in the right direction because 10, 15 years ago, we did not have the burial assistance. We didn't have education money. We didn't have any of these things. There's lots more that we can do. I'm hoping that this bill will pass and we will get more money from the casinos so that we can get more things going on that service all Osages. Lastly, I'm just happy to be here, and I'm appreciative to everyone that's come out to support the Osage Nation and be involved in the government. I would appreciate your vote and humbly ask for your support. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Alice.
I'm sorry, I have just one more thing, and I think I have time. I'm a head right owner. And if you haven't heard of the Fletcher case, I don't know how many head right holders we have in here, how many are from Texas. I know the ones that we have back home. I've written a piece of legislation that says if the Fletcher case is successful, that money will go back to the minerals estate. It will go back to the head right holders and not to the nation. So I'm hoping that will pass. I urge you to contact your congressperson and get a yes vote for that. Thank you.